So I went to the psychiatrist finally. She's on the internet, and she says, do you think you have a delusional disorder? I said, no. I said, a delusional disorder, the definition of it is that, I can't, break my belief in something. I am so caught in a delusion that it's impossible to break the belief. And, it is so irrational that every single person knows that it's a delusion. It is obviously a delusion. And, I don't believe in concrete memories because, I believe that, after 5 plus or 2 minus seconds, that's a magic number. All memories are my perception of the memory, and they're not the actual memory. And so, my perception of reality is my reality, but that's not actually reality. So there's no such thing as reality. It's just how my brain is processing reality. So clearly I'm not. And but over time, she's just well, I definitely think you have a delusional disorder. The treatment for that's an antipsychotic. And I said that's fine, but you should you should definitely watch the video about how my age was changed by sex traffickers. Because I really I have a lot of followers on the internet, and I will never stop talking about you on the internet. I will talk about you every single day. Every time I feel the drugs in my system, I will talk about the drugs. And she's well, I mean, I'm gonna have to not do that. And I was well, I'm not gonna say your name. I won't say your name. I think legally I should be able to say your name. If there's anything you're doing is you're choosing to force me to take drugs, and my followers know that I'm a sex trafficking victim. They can watch the video. And everyone in Colorado is refusing to watch the video. I've sent it to my probation officer. I've sent it to all these people. And then you so I think you need to watch the video. And she's well, I think clearly, I think there's probably a diagnosis of schizophrenia there. Because she was talking to me about, she's have you ever been diagnosed with schizophrenia? And I was no one's ever mentioned it to me. And but because I, mentioned that I was a sex trafficking victim, she's okay, well, I think we probably have a diagnosis of schizophrenia there. It sounds like this is more of a schizophrenia situation, because I told her I was a sex trafficking victim. And but if you're a psychiatrist right now and you're listening, what a psychiatrist is probably thinking is, well, there's something called diagnosis criteria. You can't just say he said something so delusional now, he counts as schizophrenic. Schizophrenic, that one counts. That one was a delusion. That one was a real delusion. That one right there made him schizophrenic. Well, no, there are actual, things that schizophrenic people do. Behaviors that they exhibit. And so, when a psychiatrist goes, did you say sex trafficking? Schizophrenia! I have to go, what's up with Colorado? I know what the criminals do is they go, I need a psychiatrist. I was mentally ill, and that's why I committed the crime. I know that's what the mafia's number one strategy is. They have the lawyers so that they can get a psychiatrist. But then they found out they can use the psychiatrists. So let's think about this for a second. So I was locked up for 4 months under observation, and I was under observation by psychiatrists, by the Colorado legal system with no trial. They never diagnosed me with schizophrenia. I get in trouble for reading the Bible. I'm reading Origin. He says, you need to understand how serious the situation you are in is. I go, okay, well, then I won't leave my house. I agree. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to make sure I don't leave my house. My probation officer decides to have me arrested for refusing to leave my house. So now, way down the line, I go to a psychiatrist. I've talked to her for less than an hour. She is talking to me, and she's yeah, well, I definitely think you have a delusional disorder, which is a surprise to me because I don't meet the criteria for a delusional disorder. And then I tell her, well, you definitely need to watch my videos before you decide to prescribe me antipsychotics. You need to be aware of the situation, because I will talk about you online all the time, and I won't say your name, but I will talk constantly about every time I feel drugs in my system and I feel groggy, I will tell my followers that you're drugging me, and my followers actually know that I'm a sex trafficking victim. And she goes, well, I think what it sounds like is that the most likely situation is we got a schizophrenia situation here. So the diagnosis criteria for schizophrenia for Colorado legal system people is that I'm more delusional than I was when I had a delusional disorder. Because I said something, oh, not that delusion. That one's not that delusion. Not the one involving little people. And not the one involving an organized conspiracy that's against the Bible, cloning people and training them to be prostitutes. That's kind of Colorado, though. The moment you mention sex trafficking to a legal, to a cop or something, it's well, fuck you, don't talk about sex trafficking. Like they will, like it's like someone's ready to hurt you. Like, but it's not just a cop. Like if you talk to anyone in the legal system, you mentioned sex trafficking. I think we're gonna go with schizophrenia on you. Like we're gonna maybe we need a higher dose of the antipsychotic. Like it sounds like you're pretty delusional right now. Yeah, but she's attracting men who are investigating X, and I'm investigating X, and she's a little person that's identical to Shauna Ray. And like your diagnosis criteria for schizophrenia he's extra delusional. The moment he sounds more delusional, schizophrenia is not a psychiatrist. That's a gang member. That's organized crime. That's reactionary. That's diagnosis as an attack. That's a child molester type thing. Not saying it's true, but it's hurting someone by diagnosing them with mental illness because they said something you didn't like.